everyone, welcome to another Good Ride review. In this video we are talking about compression, and specifically we are going to be discussing a knee compression sleeve from CEP. This is their maximum support knee sleeve. We're also going to do a review on their mid-weight support and their light support. I'll be referencing these two in this review, but this review is about the maximum support knee sleeve. So just a backstory about my personal experience with compression and like my needs for it and stuff. I have not used compression sleeves on my knees before trying out these products, and so I'm kind of coming from that viewpoint of this is my first experience with the compression sleeves. As far as my personal need for compression, I've never had knee surgery or any kind of like massive injury to my knee, knock on wood. I've mostly had issues with like overuse injuries and just fatigue in general. So mostly I've just had a long history of high impact activity on my knees, and you know, I'm not very old, I'm 35, but I'm starting to feel those effects on my knees like while I'm out hiking or while I'm snowboarding and stuff like that. I have specific types of knee pains that come up if I hit kind of the threshold of my activity level, and then I also have a few overuse injuries that can flare up if I'm doing something specific like my IT band and stuff like that. Coming from that background, this is just kind of my experience with the compression sleeves and how they've kind of helped me. But first, let's talk about some of the features that come with the CEP knee sleeves. First really cool thing that these have is they are a no seam sleeve, so there's no seams that hold this together. It's just woven together, which is kind of cool. So there's different stretch and weave types depending on the part of the actual knee sleeve. This one's kind of separated by color, so you can kind of see that. You get the upper band around the thigh, you get the band around the knee, and then you get the lower band around the calf. And in the back there's that separate section for the back part of the knee. This one has a couple more features than the mid or the lightweight sleeve. The max strength knee sleeve comes with lateral and medial non-slip stays. So it does a pretty good job of staying exactly where you put it while you're doing your activities and stuff. These knee sleeves come in a pretty wide range of sizes, so they range from extra small to extra large. It's just kind of unisex sizing throughout. For example, this one is the size small, and it's a little bit big for me. I should have had the extra small, but just for reference, the sizing of these sleeves ranges from the circumference around the thigh is 15.5 inches up to 22 inches, and then the circumference around the calf is 10.75 inches up to 17.25 inches. So that's the range, and you want to kind of measure accurately so that you get the proper compression and the proper usage out of the knee sleeves. For reference, my thigh circumference is 16.5 inches, about where this hits, and then the calf circumference is 13 inches where this one hits. And so the extra smalls work a little bit better for me. These two are in the extra small and this one's in the small, and that's how I know. But for the most part, it did still do its job. It just would have been a little bit of a tighter compression if I had the extra small for my sizing. So let's check out some of the features that this one has apart from the no seam weaving. I'm going to give you a look at the inside here. So here's the inside of the maximum strength knee sleeve. They have these two bands along the outer side of the leg that helps keep it in place, but it also kind of acts as a little bit of a massager as you're moving, that they call deep tissue massage zones, which help with microcirculation, which helps with swelling and recovery and preventing injury and stuff like that. These are a little bit thick, so they do have a little bit of some support here. They're not just the silicone beads along here, it's actually got a support beam on the inside of it. It's not really rigid, so it doesn't move, but it definitely helps add a little bit of the added support along the outside of the knee. So that comes on both sides here. And then the other part that they have right here is their silicone patella ring, and that goes over the knee. So I'll take it out so you can see it. So this is the ring that goes around your knee, sits around your knee. It's very squishy and very flexible, but you can see it also has little ridges on it. Just added support, added comfort, and a little bit added protection if you're going to slam your knee or whatever. This is going to help protect the most sensitive part of the knee around the kneecap area. And it's removable, so you can take this out and wash it and then put it back in or whatever. Along with that, you can see here, again, the inner side. There's no seams at all. And so when I was wearing this, I didn't get any hot spots. I didn't get any weird rubbing. It was quite comfortable, actually. The other knee sleeves have a little bit of some silicone grip at the top, and this one doesn't. It just has the silicone grips along the side, and then it uses compression to stay in place. I tested this max support knee sleeve specifically while I was snowboarding. I got it in July, and so we were still snowboarding up here in Mammoth, so I could test it out a little bit of that, which I liked because that's where I spend a lot of my life, on the snow. So I used it on my front knee as opposed to my back knee while snowboarding, just because the front knee is where I feel most of the pain. I feel like it gets most of the use. You know, I'm always one footing with it and stuff like that. Yeah, I used it there, and then I also used it on a few hikes around Mammoth, a few summertime hikes with quite a bit of uphill and downhill. So most of my hikes average about 7 miles, anywhere from 1,000 elevation gain to like 2,000 elevation gain. So a lot of up and a lot of down. And I mostly start to feel my knee pain on the downhills, mostly on the front of my knee. But then if there's like a lot of steps, like a lot of trail steps in the trail, and I'm not going slow enough, I'll start to feel my IT band. That's where my overuse injury comes into play. Using this, I could absolutely feel the difference. The cool thing that I noticed while snowboarding was there was less fatigue. So my muscles tended to last a bit longer throughout the day while snowboarding with the compression sleeve on. It's kind of weird, but it kind of seems like it helped my knee and my leg function more efficiently throughout the day. The other cool part is, you know, it adds to recovery. So while I was hiking, I got a lot less swelling, like in my feet and stuff, that I normally get when I hike long distance. And so, yeah, the added circulation and added support helps with the function of the knee, helps with the strength of the knee. It really feels a lot more stable and helps with recovery as well. So recovery time after hikes, I'm not as sore as I was without using this, which is really interesting because I've never experienced using compression sleeves before. Again, added circulation, if you use this while you're snowboarding, more circulation will help you stay warmer as well. For me, as far as like my knee situation goes, it was a little bit overkill for hiking. I feel like the mid or the lightweight sleeve is a lot better for me personally for hiking, but I really liked this while snowboarding. I just feel like it was a little bit more support, especially if I'm going to have a long day in the park, a lot of jumps, you know, a lot of that impact, or if it's like an off-piste day where there's a lot of bumps and a lot of chunder that I'm going to be absorbing with my knees and stuff. That's where I feel like this would help me the most. So it kind of depends on your personal needs. So I felt like this was a pretty lightweight and non-intrusive, I guess you'd say, non-intrusive maximum support sleeve that offers a lot of support without being too noticeable that you're wearing it. Let's look at the max support knee sleeve from CEP. If you're looking for the other ones, we're going to cover also the lightweight and the midweight, so you can find those at thegoodride.com. And if you're looking for the complete review on this max knee support sleeve, you can also find that at thegoodride.com.